Boys and girls. Oh, the sun is reflecting off this book. Woohoo! We're back for chapter 5 of Dory. Dory, Dory, Black Sheep. Chapter 5 is called Captain Puff. That's interesting. Now remember, where's she going after school today? She's very excited to go to the castle. Let's see if it really is a castle. Rosabelle's dad picks us up after school. On the walk home, we jump into puddles over the sticky porridge, and I tell Rosabelle all about my new pet sheep. When we get to Rosabelle's house, there's definitely not a moat to cross. You know what a moat is? A moat, is there one in Frozen and around the castle? It's water that's around the castle, and usually there's alligators in it, and it protects the castle. But there's not one. She thought there would be one around Rosabelle's house, and there's not. Strange. A little boy in a Batman costume runs to open the door for us. Roro is home, he screams and hugs Rosabelle. Hey, Mason, he likes to wear Batman. He likes Batman like you do. This is my little brother, Ridley, says Rosabelle. There's her house. Doesn't really look like a castle, does it? Hey, who are you? Says Ridley, pointing at me. Dory, I say. She looks like a dumb bear, Ridley screams, still pointing at me. My mouth drops open. What did you say? Ridley, says their dad. That is very rude. She does, Ridley continues. She really does. She looks like a dumb bear. Forget him, says Rosabelle. He's 4. He's crazy. What's going on? Rosabelle's mom calls from her office. Hi, Dory. Nice to meet you. Welcome. I look around Rosabelle's house. It looks sort of like my house, but only when our house gets really messy. Not one thing castle about it. Oh my goodness. It doesn't look like a castle. Wow. Looks like they just had a party there. As I'm walking up the stairs to Rosabelle's room, Ridley points at me and screams, She ate my chicken nugget. What? I say. That bear ate my chicken nugget. I did not. I just got here. What is he talking about? Then he starts this terrible, annoying cry. She ate my chicken nugget. Finally, we are safely away from him in Rosabelle's room with the door shut. But I can still hear him crying downstairs, She ate my chicken nugget! Well, Rosabelle's parents try to calm him down. Ooh, he sounds like... Rosabelle's room is not exactly the Princess and the Pea. It is the biggest mess I have ever seen. I can't even walk without stepping on a Lego. Her bed is covered with books, and her sheets and blankets and pillows and skirts are on the floor in a nest. Do you want me to help you clean your room? I ask. No thanks, she says, hugging her dragon. Are you sure? I say. I don't mind. How do you think Dory feels? She was all excited to go to a castle, and she gets a room that's messier than hers. How do you think she feels? We can just shove everything over, she says, and gets on her hands and knees and makes a clearing. Then she sets up a little tea set with water. Now that Mrs. Gobblecracker is a kid, anything could happen, she says, and sips her water with her pinky up. What if she becomes the new kid at school? Or what if she moves next door to you and your mom makes you play with her? Mrs. Gobblecracker is so sneaky, I bet Gigi is even sneakier, I say. Wait, she says, I just remembered. Whatever you do, don't say anything about Mrs. Gobblecracker in front of Ridley, says Rosabelle. I do not want him to know about her. He always copies me and ruins everything, and it's not fair. Okay? Ugh. Oh, who's looking in the doorway? Do any of you have little brothers and sisters that copy you all the time? I had a little sister that copied me all the time. Okay, I say. Suddenly, Ridley bursts into Rosabelle's room and starts taking off his Batman costume until he is down to his fire engine underwear. What are you doing? Get out, says Rosabelle. He hands the costume to me and says in a creepy robot voice, You wear it. No, said Rosabelle. She's not wearing it. How about let's just see if it fits, I say, because I actually kind of want to wear it. Really? Says Rosabelle. It's a lot of work to get it on because it's super tight and the mask feels like it's going to shrink my brain. But when I get it on, wow! Something about this costume just feels awesome. Come on, let's go back to our tea time, says Rosabelle. There's Ridley in his underwear and Dory with a costume on. How do you think Rosabelle feels now? Rosabelle's probably a little annoyed. But now that I'm wearing this costume, I can't stop jumping off her bed. I want to fly. Yes, I see that, Rosabelle says. Actually, that's a great idea. Batman can fight Gigi. What are your superpowers? How about underwater breathing and cross-dimensional awareness? I ask. What the heck is that? Let's keep this simple. How about super strength and super speed, she says. Don't worry, I'll train you. Okay, sure, I say. Let me write that down. Wait a minute. Do you want to be called Batman or something else? She asks. I say. Good question. Batwoman? Suggests Rosabelle. How about Captain Puff? I ask. That's silly. Now look at her jumping. She can't stop jumping off her bed. Captain Puff? Captain Puff! Shouts Rosabelle, jumping up and down with excitement. Yes! I try out my new Captain Puff voice. I say, Some people don't believe in superheroes because they haven't met Captain Puff. But then Ridley returns, and he is wearing all my clothes. Look at me! I'm a hiker. I hike mountains. Those aren't hiking clothes, I say, standing on Rosabelle's windowsill. Yes, they are. I'm a hiker. Wherever I go, I hike. Fine, go hike. Go on a nice long hike. Hike away, Rosabelle says and pushes him into the hallway. He's never going to leave us alone. Let's get out of here. We can go do your superhero training in the backyard. There she is, Captain Puff. And here's Ridley in all her clothes. Why does he think that her clothes are hiking clothes? Watch out below, I say, jumping off the windowsill. Come on, she says, grabbing my cape. You can jump off the swings. But on our way out, we find Ridley in the hallway. He's playing with his toy cars, wearing only a tutu and socks on his hands. Where are my clothes? I ask him. Your hiking clothes? He asks. My regular clothes. Where are they? I wait for an answer. Did you know I have 2 boxes of magnetic tiles in my classroom? So what? I say. He's trying to change the subject, says Rosabelle. That means he did something really bad. Rosabelle shakes her head and folds her arms. We can ask my parents to help, but I don't think we're going to get them back. 'Cause they're wet. Sorry, boys and girls. 'Cause they're wet, says Ridley. Why are they wet? I ask. Is Sleeping Beauty a boy or a girl? He asks. Rosabelle is starting to look really mad. Forget it. I don't care about my clothes, I say to Rosabelle. Let's just get away from him. But as we walk away, we hear Ridley's voice. I had one frog. Mrs. Gobblecracker came in my room. Ooh. Rosabelle and I freeze. We turn around to listen. Mrs. Gobblecracker said, That's my frog. I said, No, that's my frog. She said, That's my frog. And then I said, Okay, you take the hiking clothes. At first, we are so confused we don't say anything. Then Rosabelle shouts, You little spy! Rosabelle looks so angry that if she were in a comic book, steam would be coming out of her ears. Come on, it's okay, I say, trying to pull her away, but her feet are crazy glued to the ground, and her eyes are all fired up, ready to go. Are they really crazy glued on the ground? No, she doesn't want to move. She's like standing straight. You little nosy beast, she shouts, her face bright red. I had no idea Rosabelle could get this angry. I'm pretty sure she is what my mom calls pushed over the edge. You little butt baby! You nobody-faced, shriveled up raisin brain, she shouts. Okay, there he is in his tutu. And there's Rosabelle getting really mad. And then she attacks. She pins Ridley to the ground and pulls off his sock hands. I'm going to rip your smelly shrimp head and smash it into throw up. This is getting crazy. I don't know what to do. But Captain Puff does. Excuse me, let Captain Puff handle this, please, I say in my Captain Puff voice, shoving myself in between them. Come with me, boy, I say, dragging him into his bedroom. Are you really Captain Puff? He asks, breathless. Can you fit inside this hamper? I ask him, because this is the safest place for you. I think so, he says. Climb right in, boy, I say, helping him. Oh boy, look at Rosabelle pounding Ridley. And then there is Dory as Captain Puff putting him in a hamper. As I leave the room, I hear his small, muffled voice from the hamper. Excuse me, Captain Puff? It's sort of uncomfortable because I'm sitting on some wet hiking clothes to throw in the toilet. When my mom picks me up, she asks me a million questions in the car. Where was Rosabelle's brother? I thought she had a little brother, and I don't understand how nobody knows where your clothes are. Why did you put that costume, that is clearly way too small for you, on in the first place? It's a size 3. Rascal, that means it's for 3-year-olds. How on earth did you get it over your head? I feel terrible that we had to take their costume. We're going to have to cut it off with scissors. At least we left them the cape. Rascal, why do you do these things? A hero does good for good, I say in my Captain Puff voice, not for glory. There she is in the rearview mirror of her mom's car. Her mom doesn't understand why she's wearing the Captain Puff costume. She thinks it was her fault that her clothes are all wet. But it's not. Do you think Ridley is still in the hamper? Let's find out tomorrow.